10 Morning Show. I'm your host, Carol Newhouse. Next up is our weekly focus on business in our community. Our featured business today is SOCOA, Survival Systems. With me in the studio is the Director of Product Sales for SOCOA, Jeff Schneider. Jeff has worked with SOCOA for 7 years. He first acted as their outsourced CFO until 2 years ago when he joined the company full-time. About 10 months ago, he took on the added responsibility for product sales. Since then, a lot has been happening at the company. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks, Carol. It's great to be here.
Jeff, tell us a little about the background of the company and what you have been working on over the last few months.
Well, I'm glad you asked me about the background of SOCOA because I think to understand really what we've been doing over the last few months, it's good to go back and understand our history. In 2015, we'll be celebrating our 10th anniversary. The company was founded by Bart Combs, who was a 20-year veteran of the U.S. Army, ending his career in special operations. And during that time, he was always involved in survival techniques, training, and tools. After he retired from the U.S. military, he actually worked as a contractor for doing those types of things in survival, and eventually created SOCOA. And just for your listeners' benefit, SOCOA is spelled S-O-L-K-O-A. Now, during the first 8 years of SOCOA's existence, we provided survival training and survival kits to the military and to government agencies. Now, those kits are produced by putting together a lot of tools and components to make up those kits. And what Bart found during that time was sometimes there weren't the right components or the right quality of components, and he actually had to design and build his own components. So about 3 years ago, we created a commercial website for these components, and we put those up on the website and figured individuals could purchase those on their own. Not a lot of effort went into that commercial effort, but over the last year or 2 years, with the decrease in military and government funding, we decided it's really time now to start promoting those commercial products. So we took several steps to do that. First, we changed that commercial website to the SOCOA Survival Systems. And we came up with a new branding for those products. We came up with a new logo. We called the line of products the S3 line of products, S3 standing for SOCOA Survival Systems. And the motto we came up for those products was the gear you need when you need it most. The gear you need when you need it most, because that's really what we do. We provide that gear that's required in a survival situation. Now, our new line of products really revolve around a system of products. And the foundation for that system is the 8 survival needs. Those 8 needs are signal, navigation, fire, medical, shelter, tools, water, and food. So all of our products revolve around those 8 survival needs. The next part of our system is that our products are broken down into 3 different types of products. That's components, modules, and kits. And I think the best way to think about those 3 different areas of products is if you can picture a target with a bullseye in the middle and circles around it. In the bullseye, we have kits. The first circle around that bullseye of the target are modules, and the next circle is components. So let's work backwards. Components are items that are used in a survival need. They're individual items. They might be a compass, a signal mirror, signal flag, a whistle, matches, water purification, tablets. Any of those individual items are called components. We then have modules, which are a combination of components to meet one of the 8 survival needs. So for example, in the signal module, we have a signal mirror, we have signal tape, we have a flashlight, we have a whistle, and we have matches. So those make up the signal module. So we have a module, in other words, a group of components for each of those 8 different survival needs. And then finally, we have kits. Kits have components that address all of the 8 survival needs. And we have varying types of kits based on the size and the capabilities. We also have specialty kits that are used by certain individuals. Maybe it's a hiker, maybe it's a mountain biker, a traveler. And we also have kits that specialize based on where the person is going to be. Maybe they're going to be in the desert, cold climate, areas like that. So that's our new products that we rolled out at the Outdoor Retailer Show in August. And we'll be putting those on our website and then make them available in December of this year.
Jeff, what does SOCOA mean?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. A lot of people wonder about that. SOCOA is the combination of 2 words. Sol is a contraction of solus, which is a Latin word for solitary, or in the case of an individual, being alone. And koa is the Hawaiian term for a warrior. So if you go back to our founding by a military veteran, SOCOA means the lone warrior. So those are the individuals that we've been supporting since the company began.
Also, Jeff, can you describe some of the kits you will be offering in December? They sound so interesting.
Sure. We've got a kit that is, as I mentioned earlier, that specializes in, if you're in the desert area, so that focuses mostly, obviously, on water. We have a kit that is geared towards a mountain biker, so the type of situation that they may run into when they're out on a long mountain bike, multi-day mountain bike ride. We also have some kits that feature some of the products that we have. We have a special aluminum container that we sell, and that kit consists of the items in that container. So that's an example of a few.
You said as well you will have a new website up in December. Do you sell these through other online retailers, or are they at any physical stores?
Right now, the majority of our sales are through our own website. We have a few other websites that resell our products. And our goal eventually is to have other people selling our products for us. That includes additional websites and physical brick and mortar stores who would carry our line of products. So one of the things that we focused on was some new commercial packaging for all 3 of our different product types. And that will be rolling out in December also. And so our goal is to have these products available both at stores and also on other websites.
I wish we had a little bit more time about SOCOA and the S3 product line, Jeff, but we are out of time. Thank you so much for sharing all this information on your company and products.
You're welcome, and thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you.